All right, so you called for a stakeholder meeting that included former governors and members of the National Assembly in your state to decide what to use this money for. Have you now arrived at a decision?
Yes, I will say we did. The whole essence of usually inviting major stakeholders is not necessarily on this. In most cases, when we receive money on NG cares, I invite the stakeholders and disclose to them how much we receive and what to do with it. When we receive money on the Acresal, for instance, I invite them and tell them, anytime we receive any significant amount of resources, usually I like to get everybody involved. Our leaders on the traditional council side, our leaders on the political side, our leaders on the youth and the party and the rest of that. So usually on the security side. So I invite them usually to disclose to them, this is what we receive and this is what we are thinking, but what are you thinking? So to answer your question, yes, there is a major road actually that is going to shorten the distance between Lafia and Abuja by more than an hour. And that is a road that goes directly from Lafia, towards Kefi. And that road is going to cut so many other major towns, Shabu, Nasarawa, Igon, Akwanga, Garaku, and the rest of that. So it is going to shorten the trip by almost like, and that road actually was initiated by the previous governor, my predecessor, Tanko Almakura. He's the one who started the road, but then it stopped halfway and then more or less abandoned. So since we received this kind of resources, we are thinking of putting it directly on that road. That's the agreement with the major stakeholders.
Is that different from the Kwandere to Sabongida road, which we had was supposed to be a priority?
That's correct.
Oh, beautiful. So your predecessors had some amazing things to say about you at that meeting. Let me play for you exactly what former governors Abdullahi Adamu and Tanko Amakura had to say.
For me, as a former governor, and given my little experience stretching over a period of about 50 years of watching government in, government out at the federal and state level, it is the first time that a governor is opportuned to have some approvals of financial commitments that the federal government has in relation with the state government, and having a refund of the monies involved, and for the governor to summon stakeholders all over the state to get them informed with this financial development and to share with them how the money came about and what the refund is supposed to be.
We are with you. We will continue to support you. We'll continue to counsel you. We'll continue to advise you so that together we can take Nasarawa to the next level. What you are doing is akin to seeing is believing. And we are seeing and we are believing.
They ended up passing a vote of confidence on you for what they called your extraordinary performance. But I think it is the people that would decide whether you have performed extraordinarily or not. But what does this say, Mr. Governor, about your relationship with your predecessors, especially given earlier reports of animosity amongst you?
Well, sometimes what you hear outside may not necessarily be what is in there. I think I have denied any animosity many times between us. Indeed, one of the reasons why we continue to live in peace in Nasarawa State is our ability to be able to resolve our differences amicably. So I'm full of appreciation for their support, because at no time have I ever gone to any one of them, either collectively or individually, as well as those in the National Assembly, those at the State Assembly, and the party to ask for support, and they have not supported me. So, but you know, outside you will continue to hear a lot of things, and I'm sure that now you have seen some issues. And what former Governor Abdullahi Adamu mentioned, that this is the first time he's seen it. He is not talking of necessarily this particular period. He's saying this is the first time he's seen a governor actually always coming to disclose what is happening in his 50 years of experience, you know, as somebody who has been in government. Not that the 9.57 billion is the only one that has been disclosed. When we received 26 billion from NG Cares, we disclosed. When we received 13 billion from NG Cares, we disclosed, you know. So that's what he meant. And I'm forever grateful to them because I'm learning from them every day. Yeah, that's what it is.
Let us quickly touch on infrastructural development in Nasarawa. You have confirmed that President Tinubu is expected in June to inaugurate some projects. I understand this was part of the 30 billion naira you approved last year for construction projects, including phase 2 of the new government secretariat. Aside from the symbolic value of these projects, what real-time economic benefits do they bring for residents? And how did your administration justify these investments within your broader midterm priorities?
Well, actually, there are about 5 projects we earmarked for Mr. President to commission, but we are going to concentrate on about 3 or 4, you know, because we don't want to take Mr. President outside. So what we will do is probably to go and have videos of some of those things that he's supposed to do. The first thing that is very dear to me is our effort in agriculture, you know, where we are actually farming about 10,000 hectares of land. And then we have so many other villagers that are doing that. We are supporting them, and we are also carrying out the farming activities. And you know, we had our first harvest where the Vice President came during the harvest and then saw the amount of rice and the tractors and everything that we are doing. So that's one. The second one is actually in the area of education, which a lot of people may not see. You know, we are promoting technical and vocational education, where we had about 2,000 technicians that graduated. And then again, the Vice President was there during the graduation ceremony. And then we had people like Bishop Kuka who were there, you know, and then so many people similar to that. Again, I want to say that's the kind of thing that probably we just have to play the videos, not taking the president. So you see, these ones have direct impact on the people, number one. The second one, on the one that you are talking about, is the secretariat. When I came, we didn't have a secretariat whatsoever, you know, and the secretariat is where entire activities, you know, of government operations will be taking place, you know, because right now, any investor that comes to Lafia, when you are directing them, you have to direct them from one secretariat to another, to one building here, one building there, because we don't have a secretariat. So the secretariat is going to ease for investors coming in, and we are also building next to the secretariat and next to Government House, you know, a building called the Multi-Door Courthouse, you know, is also being sponsored by the World Bank. The Nasarawa State is one of the 6 states that have qualified for that money, and we receive it, called SEBA. You know, that's the one that we are going to have one building, which is a one-stop shop, where any investor coming into Nasarawa State in the area of agriculture, area of mining and everything, he's going to come to that place, and then everything about investment in Nasarawa State will be discussed and will be done for him. Approval he will get at that moment and then leave. If there are conflicts, that's why it's called Multi-Door Courthouse. If there are any conflicts, either with the land, with the community, that's where it will be resolved. And of course, we have done the dualization to ease that. One of the places that we have always had problems in Lafia is at the 2 junction, the 2 roundabout, where we have built now an underpass, and then automatically we build another, you know, flyover. So it's a network of road network that is not very commonly seen around here, you know, which Mr. President is going to come, and we are going to name it, you know, after Mr. President. You know, so those are the kinds of things Mr. President is coming to see in the state, and then it's an opportunity actually for us to do a lot.